Alright, ladies and gentlemen, the moment you have been waiting for has finally arrived. My InkTober box just came in the mail, so I am ready to get it opened and see what's inside. I got the mic on, and I remembered to make sure it was on and the batteries were good. So I will record myself this time. And I am so excited this came today. I'm going on vacation in a couple of days, and I was afraid it was not going to get here in time for me to film it. Oh, there she is. Alright, I really like the box. I'm kind of disappointed I didn't get the little ink running off the edge, but I love this. So let's open it up and see what we got. And this is a good box. I may have to save this for art supplies. Ooh, and it is orange. So we do not have our typical green tissue paper. We've got orange tissue paper for our InkTober for our Halloween. Ta-da! So here's our card. We're not going to look at that yet. I'm going to let you get kind of a peek here in the box. We kind of got stuff everywhere. And then let's take it down and see what all we got. So first off, we got our candy as always. Looks like I got a cherry airhead. Ooh, and a special sticker. Got an InkTober sticker. I like that. I love it when I get special stickers. It looks like we got some Sumi ink. Let me break into this in a minute because I am going to test everything out and see how it does. So here is our Sumi ink. I really like the shape of the bottle, and it's a pretty good sized bottle. It's 60 milliliters. So we got our ink. Ooh, we got a nib holder. So I'm assuming somewhere in my box I have a nib. Ooh, I like this. I like that it has a rubber grip. It's very nice. And we've got a wooden handle. It's nice and thick. Because my nib that I typically use is really thin and it's plastic, so I like having the wooden handle, and this has got a nice grip to it. So here is my nib for my holder, and it's by the same brand as my liquid ink. Ooh, and I got 3 sizes. So I got 1. Nope, they're not 3 sizes, but I got 3 tips, looks like. Ooh, so I got 3 tips to go with my nib, which is good because after a while you can't really get them clean. So this is nice that I have the extra tips. So I really like my nib. It's got a nice grip to it. I'm anxious to try it out. I'm going to open up everything else and then I'm going to test everything out. So we've got a Copic Multiliner, size 0.3, which is nice. It's a good in-between size for most things. It's not too small and it's not too big, and of course it's black. Ooh, we got a very nice Princeton round number 4 detail brush. Let's open that up so we can see it a little better. Very nice ticker. So there's our brush, which I'm liking. Better brush. Let's see. Ooh, I am liking this. And this is a pocket brush pen by Penel. Let's get into this. So here is my brush pen. Ooh, look at that. I like that. Bristles are nice and stiff too. They're soft, but they're not super flimsy. So I'm going to unscrew the cap, and it came with 2 refills. So I'm going to go ahead and stick one of them in here. So we'll try that out. And last but not least, we got a nice InkTober sketchbook, and it's kind of hard to see with the camera. There, now you can see. So we got a nice InkTober sketchbook, and you can see it's got the logo here. It's a little hard to see with it being black with the camera. And the cover is a little bent from, I don't know, I guess being in the box. I'm not quite sure why it's bent, but we can probably flatten that out. So this is another Denik little sketchbook, which is nice. We've been getting different size sketchbooks in the regular ArtSnacks subscription and in the travel collection, which have worked out really nicely, so I'm anxious to try this out. So before we test out our new products, this came in the box along with my description of each item that we got. And it also looks like I got a calendar. It says, your challenge, create a drawing every day for 31 days using only the supplies in your ArtSnacks InkTober collection. For inspiration, use the theme that is in the corresponding day on the calendar. So I've got something for each day in October. So I've got fast, hungry, battle, tired, creepy, friend, scared, tree, all kinds of good drawing prompts, which I may or may not use. And then I also got this nice little card that I'm sure is probably by Jake Parker. And here is his little note, because if you did not know, he collaborated with ArtSnacks because he is the founder of InkTober, and they went through and kind of picked out the items that they wanted to have in the collection this year. And if you go over to his YouTube channel, he talks about that a little bit, about his collaboration with ArtSnacks. And it says, hello, here we are at the beginning of another InkTober. A month of inky pages, dirty hands, and fired up imaginations await us. It's a month that's all at once hard, refreshing, tedious, and relaxing. Whether you've done it several times or it's your first, InkTober always pushes you to level up your skill and forces you to think outside the box. It's a challenge designed to form positive drawing habits and break you out of creative slumps. It creates a fertile ground for ideas to sprout and techniques to grow. It's a challenge that keeps you on the path to mastering your craft. I guarantee that the artist who finishes InkTober is a better, wiser, and happier artist than the one that started it. Have fun this month. May your pen stay wet, your fingers stay inky, and the spark of inspiration stay bright in your soul. Your friend, Jake Parker. I really like that. I like that they sent us a picture of his art as well. So I got my sketchbook all opened up, and let's test out some of the things that we got. So I'm going to start with my Penel pocket brush pen, and I can already kind of see the ink is starting to work its way down into the tip, which is why I went ahead and stuck it in there. Ooh, we got it going good now. It looks a lot better. So now you can kind of see ink is in the tip much nicer now. It flows really well. It's not streaky like it first was when I was trying to get it flowing down into the tip. So let's test this out. So it works fairly well. It's still a little streaky, but that may be because I still don't have a bunch of ink down into it. It also may be because I am somewhat light-handed. So I'm seeing now that I'm pressing down a little more, it is flowing with a little bit more ink. So that is our Penel pocket brush pen. Let's try the Copic Multiliner and see. Ooh, I like this. This is a little bit more my comfort zone. So this is a very nice pen. It inks really well. It has a nice flow onto the paper. It's not streaky. It grips the paper very nicely, which I like. And it's also partly because it's probably good paper. But I really like the Copic Multiliner. And then next we have our liquid ink. And it doesn't have anything on the top that I have to try and peel off, so thank you for that. And I'm going to try my nib. It's not hard for me to see where the ink starts. I like the nib. The tip is very sharp, and I don't know if you can see right here. It tends to curl up just a teensy bit here down at the end, and I'm not entirely sure it's supposed to do that. The nib is fairly sharp, so I feel like if you are a heavy-handed person, you might cut into your paper, because even now I'm drawing fairly lightly, but I can really hear it scratching into the paper. But I really like this a lot. This is much nicer than my little plastic ones that I am used to using. So I will definitely be using this a whole lot more with my black ink, and I use a lot of brown ink because sometimes I think really black it's too harsh, it's too much. So I will work a lot of times with brown ink instead of black. But I really like this. I love the grip. I love that it has a grip and it's not super skinny, so it's easy to hold and it's very easy to draw with. So I really like the nib. I really like that. And last but not least, I've got my Princeton Sable short handle brush. I'm going to dip this down in the ink. And let's see. I love this dark ink. So this flows really nicely on the paper. I like this finer tipped brush. I have one of the larger tip brushes. I think it's either a 6 or an 8 of this same kind that ArtSnacks gave out maybe a month or so ago. And I really like it, but I was kind of wishing I had a smaller size brush. So my wish came true. They sent me one with a smaller tip, so I really like this smaller tip because now I can do finer details, because I can't so much with the larger one that they sent me. So just to review, this month in our box we got a custom InkTober and Denik spiral sketchbook, which I really like. I like the paper. It's a nice heavy weight. It holds the ink well. Not too much of a bleed through. You can kind of see the brush pen a little bit through the paper, but not too bad. Second thing we got is the Kuretake Zig Cartoonist Sumi ink, which I really like. I love this jet black that it has, and I actually noticed while I was using the brush that there are 2 little notches on either side of the lid for you to set your brush in. Because since it's wet with ink, if you set it just on your paper or on the table and your bristles touch it, it will come off. So you can kind of see right here, you can see the notch in the lid, and there's one here on the other side. So there's the notch. So when you take the lid off of your ink and you're working with your brush and you need to set it down, it's a nice little holder. So I like that. I like that they included that, because otherwise you need to have a cup or something on hand to set your brush or possibly your nib in. So we got our notebook, we got our Sumi ink. Next we got the Kuretake Zig Cartoonist pen nibs, and I got 3 of those, and they're all the same size, but I did get 3 nibs, which is good because again, after a while, there's just no getting it clean. And then I got my nib holder, which I love. It's rolling away. Let's see, let's put this right here. So I got my 2 nibs, my nib holder that I really like. I love that it's wooden. I love the rubber grip that's really nice when you are inking. Next I got my Princeton Kolinsky Sable short handle brush, and it's a round number 4. So we got that. Next was my Copic Multilines SP, and it's a size number 3. Again, which is a really good size. It's not too big, it's not too small. It's good for basic outlining and detailing. And last but not least, I got my Penel pocket brush pen, which I really like. And I also got 2 refills. One's in the pen, one I will save until I use this one up. And I got my special sticker, which I really like. I love anytime we get special stickers. And my candy. And also my note from Mr. Jake Parker and his ink octopus holding all his little nibs. He's ready for Inktober too. So those are my items I got in my special edition ArtSnacks InkTober box. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to participate in Inktober. It's a month-long event starting on October 1st and ending on October 1st, and your goal is to draw an ink drawing a day, preferably not using a pencil. So you got to get over making a mark and messing up. So if you mess up, you got to be creative and turn it into a happy accident. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.